Good afternoon. My name is Vera Richardson, and I am making a passionate plea to Chuck Schumer to please remove Joe Manchin from his chairmanship of the Energy Committee. Man- Manchin has demonstrated with his actions that he does not support President Biden. His recent decision that he won't even endorse him um, is more than enough for President Biden to support and for Chuck Schumer, the majority leader in the Senate, to remove Manchin from that chairmanship. Manchin has demonstrated by his actions during um, the 4 years of his last term that it is about him, and he has taken the ability from Biden to deliver on his campaign promises because it appears that um, Manchin and Sinema, both who are not seeking re-elections because they know they will lose, have engaged in a concerted effort to deny a duly elected president and all of his supporters who went out in record numbers and voted in 2020 to have Joe Biden beat Trump like a drum, that they are the deciders. And Manchin, in a state that's small, West Virginia anyway, did not even get 50% of the vote in 2020. And this man has the audacity to say it's his responsibility to check the president. Make it make sense. And now it's time for Chuck Schumer. And Chuck Schumer, it's all, we're going to get through this election. We're going to win this election. But in my opinion, it is time for you too, after this election, to turn the Senate over or not to seek re-election as the majority leader. We have a full bench, and I'm so glad that Adam is going to be the next senator from California, and we know what he can do. I'm not saying for him to be the chairman, but we know we're going to get a lot done because this man has delivered for Americans during the two impeachment hearings. And we should even run those, I mentioned before, to the campaign for them to do ads like now. And I'm so glad that they're doing that. But what we should also do um, is to have Adam and other um, forceful, I think he's going to be a surrogate anyway for Biden. I'm sure he's going to be out there. Um, but we need, this is a full hands on deck moment. We are one election away from the unthinkable happening. And when President Biden, he has always been honest with us, African Americans. So don't listen to the naysayers who say about his age or come up with excuses like why we shouldn't vote for him. Do not listen to any black person um, um, saying encouraging that. Should not be listened to. That's all I'll say. Because we know that we can trust Joe. The black administration that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I'm so glad that my 90-year-old aunt is still here to see it. And Joe Biden, President Biden, you told me that my mom was proud of me in Oswald Hour when I realized and answered your call from your staff to come to our 30 days, approximately 30 days to volunteer for you at the campaign expense. And I thank you for that opportunity. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I knew then with that the crowded field that we had, that you were the only one who could beat Trump. And he got the second largest number of votes than any other presidential candidate. So that's how close it was. And it may be even closer now because with everything that's going on with Trump, especially with documents missing, especially with the Republicans going to, um, they went to Russia before the 2016 elections, I believe. And what did they give those people? Data information, email addresses, phone numbers for those spies to or to do whatever they wanted with it, and to I don't know. And that's above my political science major and a minor in criminal justice. Um, and now I'm not even a pay grade because Donald Trump, I believe that he was instrumental in me losing a census position that was an ongoing FBI National Crime Victimization Survey. After 1 year, I was told I had 24 hours to send my computer and all my equipment back in. And my badge was for 3 years. And the survey was an ongoing, it never ends survey. So this man has personally hurt me financially. And the Democrats have hurt me also. But I am wise enough to know that in America, we have two parties but um, to choose from. An independent would never win. A third party or a unity ticket is just to help Trump win. And everybody should tell Kennedy with no uncertain words that he should not run. And if he still does, do everything you can to make sure that he only gets a small majority of the vote. We must treat him just like we're going to treat Trump because this the mark is on the line and we don't know who has contacted him or what is going on with that situation. Trump has put this whole world in turmoil. And the only way to stop him, the only person with God's help to stop him and Joe Manchin and all those others who's going to get rewarded after they leave the Senate, you know, in multi-million dollar jobs and positions from destroying our democracy. and from putting us back in chains. Back in chains. Can you imagine? I've seen it myself in person, I believe, in my opinion, working at Indian River Middle School for Chesapeake School District. It was supposed to be a long-term assignment. I was supposed to be there for 3 months at $25 an hour that I desperately needed. And they were treating those kids like inmates, grooming them for inmates. I worked as a correctional officer. I worked for the New York State Department of Correctional Services. I should have had like 10 years worth of service, but in order to keep from giving me disability retirement, the time that I was out for work-related depression, that their own doctor that they referred me to said was caused by them. When I returned to work, and the first thing they did, they had me escorted out of the prison like an inmate. And officers are only escorted out if you committed a crime, had sex with an inmate, or were facing serious disciplinary proceedings. And I was not having any of that. So Democrats, and it was Eliot Spitzer's, the assistant attorney general was working for Eliot Spitzer at the time, but he has worked for all of the Democratic attorney generals since then, including um, after Spitzer it was Cuomo, then it was James. And by my understanding, he's still employed by James. And James can make it right. She went after Trump for crimes, I think, in the 97. This started in 97 when I applied for disability retirement. And the psychiatrist who they sent me to, um, I think he wrote a letter that I should get it also. He did. And my Harvard educated psychiatrist that I was seeing, who took me out originally, and then had to help me get disability retire. No, not help me get disability. Help me get Social Security benefits. So my case has merit, and I'm tired. I've done my part. I want to relax and enjoy the rest of my life. My only son, a Rochester, New York police, decorated Rochester, New York police officer, William Keith Booker, was murdered September 2022 in Rochester, New York, the city where James, in her recent interviews, stated that, in recent interviews about Trump, stated about how bad it is in Rochester, New York. Would James please recommend that I get either retroactive disability retirement starting from 1997, the day of my 1997, the date of my application for disability retirement, retroactively, and or um, the $3 million plus interest that Justice Ginsburg thought that I had a strong enough case to win, because she granted me an extension to file my with that court. After I sent her the evidence, her clerks, the evidence that showed that every declaration filed by Mike Russo contained perjury, and he filed like 7. And according to um, Ginsburg concurring opinion in Reeves versus Sanderson, I believe is the title of the case, once a person shows that the defendant's reason that they gave for the action that they took is false or lie, then the person who's bringing the Title VII lawsuit must survive summary judgment as a matter of law. And Schumer, I've been begging Schumer, even when Clinton was a senator, all the Democrats, but no one would act. But again, America, I'm telling you, there's two parties. And even though, our party, for, for whatever reason, sometimes um, don't act quick enough, but the time is now. It's not too late. God told me I was going to be victorious. He had no idea. He did have an idea. I'll take that back. That Trump would be president. Imagine me, and I used to go hard against Trump, but imagine waking up after working for Hillary Clinton. I think it was November 4th for that election, 2016, and Donald Trump was president. But I still believe, but Manchin needs to be removed. We can't keep playing softball with them. And for somebody to be a senator and a lawyer, for him to think and to say to Chuck Todd that his job is to um, check check and balances of like the presidency. What? Make it make sense, Manchin and Democrats. Make it make sense. Please remove him, and let's get through this 2020, this November 5th, 2024 election with a filibuster-proof. We need 60 Democrats who believe, and we need to get everybody on record who's running, who's seeking to run, if they support amending the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and passing the Voters' Right, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act in 2025 after the new Congress starts. Let's get it done. And thanks everybody for watching, and please like and share this video and consider subscribing to my channel. Um, because I'm trying to, make the metrics to get um, funding to actually start making money on YouTube to supplement my income. I get less than $2,000 a month. Thank you all, and have a very, very good day.